Hi everybody, and I am back with my last one for now. Hopefully I will have a video for RealCare3 eventually, but as of right now I just have a 2+. Is the highest one that I have, or the newest one that I have. This is a Caucasian female RealCare2+. As I've mentioned in all the videos, anatomically correct, she is a girl. The outfit she would have came with would have been similar to this, except for it would say RealCare2 baby, and I think it would say plus underneath it. I am not 100% sure. But it would be the similar outfit, and it would have the pink matching footed pants. This was for Miss Kim's baby. She would also come with her diapers, just like a RealCare2. There's the green patch, and she's got the yellow patch on. She would have come with a bottle similar to this, but mine did not come with that. So I have made a bottle for her, a more realistic looking bottle. And these can be filled up with like the fabric softener. I don't typically, like I've mentioned before, she is for sale. You might be watching it and she's actually sold. But when I sell the babies, I sell some of the bottles. If you want the bottle filled, I will fill it and send it at no extra charge. But when I do these ones, because of the electronics in with the baby, I do not fill them. I just make the bottle and send it. The new mommy or daddy can add fabric softener, whatever they choose to use to make the milk in the bottle. But personally, I find these more realistic than this. There are covers for these, but they fall off and get lost easily. But I like this better, and then like that feels exactly like this, like it's empty. There's nothing to it, where like when you put the liquid in it, it gives you the weight. And then she would also come with one parent ID. I know when you saw the RealCare2 video, there was a plastic bracelet that went through that. I like to glue these little pins on the back personally, and then pin it to the inside of the clothes. That way when I'm out and about, I don't need to like search like, oh my gosh, where is the ID? And I know when students, they put the bracelet on their wrist, and then they just have to go to the contact. So it's fuzzy on her. But I like this because I put this in the clothing, and then I just move it. I try to either put it around where the sensor would be, or I will put it where it's easily movable to hit the sensor. She is very, very, very similar to the RealCare2. Has the same head mechanism. Has the same speaker, the inset speaker, instead of like the electronic neonate and the original RealCare, where their speaker is, while it's smaller, it sits kind of up on their chest a little bit. And then when you turn her over, she has a similar back to the RealCare2. She's got her emergency off switch. This will not turn her back on. She does have the open and close, but you do not need the teacher key because she is rechargeable. Where is it? Let's pull it through here so I don't knock over the tripod. There's this charger. Hopefully it's going to zoom in on that. I'm not sure. And then you just put it in the back and charge her. It's got 3 lights. It's got a red light that says that the battery has power to it, a green light that says it's charging, and then a yellow light that will flash, and that is saying that the baby is ready to receive communication. The only way to program a RealCare2+ is with this control, or the dark blue version of it, or the X stick. I do have the X stick, but I didn't have my computer in here, so I wasn't about to bring it in. So I can do control, or I can turn her on and program her with this, as well as the X stick. The thing I like about this is if you program her with this, you can do instead of doing the emergency stop, which will shut down the simulation. Say for instance, she's on and I'm at school. Let's see, where is it? Trying to figure out, I can't remember what it was under. Maybe it is under configure. Okay, so I've got all her information. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I needed. Haha, there we go. I haven't used this in a while, as you can see. I'm used to using the X stick now. But as you, hopefully you can read that on there. It says daycare. At any point in time, if a student had a RealCare2 or a RealCare2 Plus, and the baby, they're running their simulation, and say, for instance, teacher says, oh, by the way, there's a pop quiz in 10 minutes. The student could quickly run down, hopefully catch whichever teacher class has the babies, and say, my teacher's having a pop quiz. That teacher can instantly put baby into daycare mode. It's got on and off. You can put it into daycare mode, and then you could leave baby with teacher, and then come back at the end of class. You put it on daycare mode, leave baby with teacher, go take your test, come back and pick baby up, and she'd take it off. You can't do that with the X stick. You can only put in there, when you're doing it, it gives you 4 options for daycare, and it'll, like, you have to pick the time daycare will start and how many hours it's going to be. Or, you know, that's nice if you have something that you know is going to come up, like, say, for instance, you have the baby from Friday to Monday morning, and you know that you need to work at 10 o'clock on Saturday from 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So that's 6 hours. The teacher can put it on daycare mode starting, or they probably end up having, I think it has to go in full hours. So like starting at 9 o'clock, so that gives you time to drive to work till 5 o'clock. Baby would be in daycare mode. Say for instance, but that had to be pre-programmed when you program baby. Say for instance, you have baby from Friday to Monday morning, and you took the whole weekend off, which I know some students, I was a student that when I did this project in school, I worked. I took the weekend off. But, you know, that might not be a possibility for everybody. I mean, either due to, I'm not going to go into it, it's probably due to either financial reasons or your work doesn't do it that way. I was able to, so it wasn't an issue. But say, for instance, you get called in, your boss calls you Saturday morning and says, oh, by the way, you need to come into work. You need to work from this time to this time. All you can do is shut baby off. That's all you can do. And typically when teachers, at least in my case, when teachers did the project, we had her cell phone number, and she told us that if we had any problems any time of day, even at 3 a.m., to call her cell phone before we shut the baby off. She would instruct us to shut baby off or not. So in that instance, if my boss called at 8 a.m. and said, hey, you need to be at work at 10, and I then quickly called my teacher, I could say, hey, my boss just called me, I have to come in and I have to work 10 to 4. And teacher would either say, turn baby off, shut baby down, which with RealCare2, you can actually turn it back on afterwards. But they would either say, shut baby down, or in my teacher's case, would be like, okay, where do you work? I will meet you there at this time. I will shut the baby off. I will take it with me so it's not staying out there. And then I will come back when you get off work, and I will bring baby back to you and turn it back on. So the daycare mode would work in that way, but with the pre-programming, it doesn't. The teacher would basically just tell you to shut the RealCare3 off. Or if this was programmed with an X stick, they would tell you just to shut it down. That's the only drawback. Let's see. I'm going to run a few demos with her. I'm going to do a few. I don't want to configure. Demonstration. Let's do feeding with her because I want to test this bottle. just made this bottle. Yep, this bottle works. I wasn't sure because I purchased these magnets off of eBay. And they were a little bit bigger than the magnets that I use at Hobby Lobby, which they fit nicely in the nipples, which these were a little bit bigger. So it's set a little bit further back. The other ones are a little bit smaller, so they'd sit all the way up in the front of the nipple. These ones I couldn't get to do that. But I'm probably just going to do a feed for her because my kids are kind of freaking out in there. But she does basically all the same things a RealCare2 does. The only difference with her is the charging, truthfully, between the 2 and the 2 Plus. When you get into the difference between the 2 Plus and the 3, that is where you're going to get the greater leap, just like you did from the original RealCare Gen 6 to the RealCare2. There were big improvements like the neck mechanism, the head. You could have them on their tummy, the anti-prop. I forgot to talk about that. RealCare, original RealCares or RealCare or Gen 6s, you could prop the bottle like that and walk away. Where with RealCare2 on up, they have an anti-propping mechanism that the baby detects movement. So if babies just stay stationary, it's going to start crying after so long with the bottle. Even if the bottle's still sitting there, there needs to be movement. Then when you get into between the RealCare2 and 2 Plus to the RealCare3, the RealCare3 actually has the diapers. It has that same 2-piece outfit, but it also comes with a sleeper and a onesie. All of them have the same chips like the diapers do. There's the circular chip in them. Baby detects what it's wearing, when it's wearing it. It also detects the temperature. So, like in the middle of, well, we're in the middle of June in Texas. Today's actual temperature high, I think, was 99, but the heat index, it was 110. You wouldn't want to put, which you can buy optional, the bunting on a RealCare3 because it'll show baby overheating. It'll say what the temperature, I don't know if it says the temperature, what the baby would be, or the temperature, I think it's the temperature outside or what it's registering outside. So you have to dress baby appropriately, as well as it's got these 2 square cards that teachers can put in, like if the school has strollers or if the school has car seats. That way, the teacher knows how long the baby stayed in the stroller or stayed in the car seat. I know with the RealCare2s and the original RealCares, even the older models, a lot of the students got, like in my school, they got the car seat. Baby stayed in the car seat until baby needed care. And the original RealCare, they could just shove the bottle in the mouth, leave baby in car seat, only taking baby out to change its diaper. And a lot of times they didn't even take the baby out to change its diaper. It was mostly unvelcro, slide the new diaper in, pull the old diaper out. When they did the anti-propping on the RealCare2s and the 2 Pluses, students would still prop the bottle, but then they realized they could rock the car seat. Well, to the 3, to get rid of that, if they've got the car seat and they've got the, you can only program the 3 with the X stick. There is a very detailed sheet. The X stick will come up and it'll have how long baby sat in that car seat, because it'll show when it's got those sensors on it. It'll also show, hey, wait, and the teacher can come back and say, hey, wait a minute. Every time the baby required feeding, it was in its car seat. Every time, and like to burp them, you can rock them. Or rock like the car seat, or have them in a swing. And the teacher can also come back and say, hey, every time baby needed to burp, it was in the stroller or in the car seat. Every time baby needed to rock, it was in the car seat. Baby stayed in the car seat. And the teacher can pass or fail the student even based on that. Like they may have changed the diaper. They have got all the bottle feeds. They may have 100% on everything else, but baby stayed in the car seat, thus defeating the whole purpose of the project to show how hard it is. Because in real life, you don't leave your baby in a car seat 24/7. If you do, you probably will get charged with neglect. But that is probably going to be the end of this video. And like I said, I hope at some point I have a RealCare3 to be able to do a video with that. And there probably won't be an original RealCare Gen 6 video just because I have no interest in purchasing one. If somebody bought one as a gift for me, I'm not going to like throw my nose in the air and be like, no, I'm too good for that. I would probably, a gift like that would probably come from a special friend, and just the sentimental value is why I would keep it. But that's enough of this video. I hope you enjoyed this series of the different variety of the 5 babies that I have access to right now. As I've said, the RealCare2 and one of the electronic neonates will be going to Miss Kim's house. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all later. Bye!